Hi, everyone, and welcome to another session of the Dice Stormers. With you today are Ben, Derek, Johnny, John, and Murray. This is Voz Rosdenya, Rebirth Island, brought to you by Quest Portal. Welcome to Session 1. So, Garrett Schmitt, Aaron Lincoln, Geoffrey Bruce, and Sylvia Waters have all received a letter on very formal letterhead, and accompanying that letter is a return ticket to London, and you find yourselves compelled by receiving said ticket and such a formal invitation on royal letterhead to attend. So you fly to London, and you're whisked away at the airport, and you're met by some very fancy looking chauffeurs with your name on placards at Heathrow Airport. You're feeling very celebrity-esque, which especially in Garrett's case is like, oh, I feel somewhat underdressed for this. And you find yourself, you were taken straight to a conference center, and you find yourself in a room with lots and lots of other delegates in the room. And as you walk in and take your seats, you're among the last to arrive, and the talks have already begun. And on the incredibly large screen at the back, behind the speaker at the front of the room, you see this on the screen, and the speaker, a well-dressed scientist wearing a white coat, is saying, Bacillus anthracus is a rod-shaped, gram-positive, braculative, anaerobe bacterium. It was shown to cause disease by Robert Koch in 1876. The bacterium normally rests in spore form in the soil naturally and can survive for decades in this state. Herbivores are often infected whilst grazing, especially when eating rough, irritant, or spiky vegetation. This kind of vegetation has been hypothesized to cause wounds within the gastrointestinal tract, permitting entry of the bacterial spores into the tissues. The spores germinate at the site of entry into the tissues and then spread by the circulation to the lymphatics, where the bacteria multiply. Thank you, Doctor. Now, it's...
I have a question.
Oh! Now, when you put your hand up, they immediately know. Yes, Dr. Schmitt.
Are those donuts free for anyone?
Of course.
Well, thank you.
I would delay perhaps until after this talk, because you may be put off your food. And John, close your eyes now. Sorry.
Trigger warning. I'm eating donuts, so I'm not to look at the screen.
But you see the first one, and then they switch to the second screen of the rod-like, and you can see there the rod-like bacterium of Anthrax. It's not visible to the human eye, and it's one of those things. And then the next speaker comes up, who is introduced, and Dr. Jones is a specialist in the human infection of anthrax. And they get straight to the point, and they put up this slide.
Oh, gosh.
An infection from anthrax is caused by the bacterium Bacillus anthracus. It can occur in 4 forms: skin, lungs, intestinal, and injection. Symptoms begin between 1 day and 2 months after the infection is contracted. The skin form presents with a small blister with surrounding swelling that often turns into a painless ulcer with a black center. The inhalation form presents with fever, chest pain, and shortness of breath. The intestinal form presents with diarrhea and may contain blood, abdominal pains, nausea, and vomit. The injection form presents with fever and an abscess at the site of the drug injection. It's something that we know causes death in upwards of 25% of cases. The skin infection is 95% of cases known to man. which you can see here, and some are much worse than others.
Oh,
Treatment. Without treatment, the risk of death from skin anthrax is about 25%. For intestinal infection, the risk of death is 25 to 75%. And respiratory anthrax has a mortality rate of 80% without treatment.
Ugh.
Until the 20th century, anthrax infections killed hundreds of thousands of people and animals each year. Anthrax has been developed as a weapon by a number of countries. In plant-eating animals, infection occurs when they eat or breathe in the spores whilst grazing. Carnivores can become infected by eating infected animals. Thank you, Doctor. That's most enlightening. It has no characteristic appearance, smell, or taste, and it is too small to see.
I think we could probably remove the.
Weaklings. I'll go back to that. There you go. Now you can have a donut, Dr. Smith.
Sorry, I'm still seeing.
Oh, this is
Burned into your screen.
I'm still seeing it.
literally you haven't taken it off the screen. It's like, sorry.
On the West border, but I needed to click players, so that's it. So I'll just leave it on there all the time. Go, what? I'm taking it. You shouldn't be seeing it anymore. Okay. You always give me. You should also have a listen. Well, yes, no, there is that. Yeah, Constitution. You should all have listen. I think.
Listen.
Do you have listen?
Yeah.
Oh, this is wait. Listen.
Is it stat?
Listen. I got to roll. Listen. It should appear on the screen that we're recording. Is that right? Oh, yay!
I failed.
24. I got 24. But where did it appear? How do I
I
see?
think we all failed, did we? I don't. Why did I roll twice?
Yeah.
I failed, but not by very much.
I mean, I failed both times, but that was weird.
Now, how does that show on our screen? Does that show in the chat, or does that show?
I rolled a 99.
Wow.
How do we see the rolls? Our friend's rolls?
So down the bottom left,
Down
there's
the
a
bottom
little
left, there's a
purple
little-
eye.
There it is. I click the dice rather than the arrow.
Okay. Set my lovely NPC who rolled a 3. He got it. It's an extreme success. In front of you is a someone in a military uniform, and if you can give me a knowledge roll, everyone, you can tell what. You can probably roll with advantage, Geoffrey. Since you are a member of the SAS or an ex-member of the SAS. Give me a
What are we rolling?
Knowledge.
knowledge or knowledge history, possibly.
Education? Or
Yeah, go on, education. Do it.
I don't have an education listed.
EDU under.
Yep. Characteristic and skill.
So how do I roll with advantage?
Wait, where is it?
One of our characteristics. Is there a way of rolling with advantage?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Garrett got a 1.
I think I'm quite educated on whatever it is that we're talking about.
Right. So you recognise that this is the member of the Royal Air Force, and that he is a captain, and because you rolled a 1, he's a helicopter pilot.
Is it possible I maybe met him before?
Maybe, possibly not. If you have, you probably won't remember when, and he will deny.
I don't really pay attention to people.
Oh, I'm ruling it
in
off
general.
character.
He will deny all knowledge of having met you. So
I did succeed. I did succeed, yes.
you did succeed, but you rolled the wrong.
Character. I now just re-rolled as myself and I succeeded.
There we go.
I got a 13.
So he came into the room, and is he addressing it?
He was sitting in front of you. When you all failed your listen checks, he turned around and he looked behind, and when you're all like, "Oh, look at that! It's a Royal Air Force helicopter pilot," there's then an audible murmur in the room, and the people, it sort of spreads like a wave down this auditorium. And
Sorry, did he turn around and look at us?
no, he looked past beyond you.
Oh,
Oh, well, and then
as
too, I guess.
As you're looking at him, why are you looking at us? he's looking beyond you, and in that moment you hear like a murmur, and it's like a wave of murmur
I turn around.
that eventually catches up with you. So just as you're about to turn it, a figure walks past you, and he is, yes, there we are. He is a Kazakhstan, a Kazakhstani. His actual name is Colonel Kanat Alibekov, but when he and this is being said by the host of your conference at the front, is essentially talking about our special guest of honor, Ken Alibek. Goes through the fact that he was originally a colonel in the Soviet armed forces, and he defected to the United States in 1992. He was a former Soviet physician, a microbiologist, and a biological warfare expert. The first deputy director of Biopreparat, which was the program in the Soviet Union which oversaw the weaponization of not just anthrax, but all sorts of later weapons. His heyday was as a bioweapons designer in the late 70s and early 80s. He created Russia's first Tulumaria bomb, the battle strain of anthrax, which has been described and hailed by the Los Angeles Times as the most virulent and vicious form of anthrax known to man. Now, at this point in the room...
Fun side note. Yes. He also has no moral compass.
Well, since defecting, of course, he's... part of his defection, this is not being said to you, but I'll tell you this before you start shooting my NPC. When he defected, he told the West that there was a weaponized biological warfare program that Russia had denied, the Soviet Union had denied existed. And when they brought in inspectors, all the inspectors found in a whole variety of different factories were pristinely clean tanks and no trace of any biological weapons anywhere. So they thought, oh, there isn't one. So when he defected, as did a couple of other, Sergei Popov and a couple of others, it was, oh, no, this is what we were doing. So that really made it very obvious. And so that then obviously made it much more, especially when the Soviet Union collapsed. So the control of Vozrozhdenia, or Aral-7, was then handed over to Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, not the Soviet Union. So that Russia didn't control it anymore. So, gosh. Okay. So, yes, since 1992, when he defected to the United States, he has become an American citizen and made his living as a biodefense consultant, speaker, and entrepreneur. He has actively participated in the development of biodefense strategies for various governments. And between 1998 and 2005, he testified several times before the Congress on other governments' biotechnology issues and weaponization. He led, in the lead up to the war between the US and Iraq, he testified to Congress about the weapons of mass destruction that the Iraqis were supposed to have. He was born in Kalchak in Kazakh SSR, Kazakhstan, and then basically went on to a storied career in Russia, and was involved heavily with the weaponization of anthrax, especially, but other biological weapons as well.
And do we know this, or that this is true, or
the first bit and the last bit were being said to you by the speaker. The bit exonerating him slightly before you shot him was just me telling you.
So was he the guy who developed those little green balls on the rock?
Yes.
No, okay, got it. Cool.
Yes.
Wow, what a reference. Well done, Derek. Well done.
That's what Sylvia's actually after. All right. So he comes and I'm not going to do so. Note to viewers. We'll probably do British accents, probably do American accents. Not going to try and do Kazakhstani or Uzbek accents. I got told that I should do it like Borat, but I don't know that would be good. He gets up and says, Vozrozhdenia Island, or Formal Island, in a former island in the Aral Sea. In 1954, the Soviet Union constructed a biological weapons test site there called Aralsk-7. I need to be on a different page so I can show you. Ooh, yes. Yes, Aralsk-7. There on the island of Vozrozdanya and the neighboring island of Osmolosky Island, which also no longer exists. It is only 200 kilometers square. However, in the 1960s, the island began to grow in size as the Aral Sea began drying up due to the Soviet Union's damming of the feeder rivers and agricultural projects, especially for cotton. Cotton is Uzbekistan's largest export. It was the second largest freshwater island in the world at the time that it was growing. But now it is part of the extensive Aralkum Desert. In 1971, an accidental release of weaponized smallpox from the island infected 10 people, of whom 3 died. In the 1990s, word of the island's danger spread and was spread by Soviet defectors such as myself, telling the rest of the world about the Soviet Union's bioweapons program. According to documents that we brought back to the West, anthrax spores and bubonic plague bacilli were made into weapons and stored at the complex on Vozrozdenya Island. The main town of the island is Kantubek, which, as you can see, is deserted.
Beautiful.
It once held 1,500 inhabitants, including scientists. The Soviet name for the city was the same as the weapons complex itself, Aralsk-7. A unique airfield was on the island with 4 runways. You can see it there in the top. So that regardless of the weather system, planes could be landed. In the region, there are serious sandstorms that can come from nowhere. The weather on the island changed very frequently, thus planes landed on one of the 4 depending on the weather and the wind direction. After the Soviet Union dissolved, Aralsk-7 was closed in November 1991. All the people who lived on Vozrozdenya were evacuated within 2 weeks. And the civil and military infrastructure was abandoned. Kantubek became a ghost town. These photos were taken by the CIA in 1962. Ooh. And this is the Aral Sea as it used to appear.
Oh, man.
As you can see, many of the buildings have been abandoned, and it is indeed a ghost town. It is a dangerous tourist destination. At this, there is a buzz amongst several people in the crowd that you recognize, Aaron. That this is not putting them off at all. This is exciting them. They are like buzzed. They are really excited to go there. And one of the features of the former Aral Sea is, of course, the rusting hulks of ships that are now hundreds of kilometers away from the nearest water. The water of the Aral Sea today is 36 times more salty than the Dead Sea. And the fish do not survive. And you can see here...
36 times saltier than the Dead Sea.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you can float to your heart's content in the Aral Sea, but of course there are other contaminants in that water, so I wouldn't be. Yes. So there are some picturesque ruins, and the tourism industry likes to take photos of these ruins as people travel around. I would not recommend it. You can see here that the town has well and truly been abandoned. Unfortunately, the cost of abandoning Kantubek and Vozrozdenya has been the loss of the knowledge of what happened to the complete supply of anthrax. In 2003, an American-led mission went to decontaminate the site, and they indeed removed 15 shipping containers of contaminated material, including burials of people who had died from infection at the site. But this does not explain the whereabouts of all of the anthrax and other infectious weaponized bioweapons that we know were there when we were there. And so today, what you are here for, and he gestures to the entire room, is to pool our knowledge and to find out what has happened and where it has gone. And so some of you will be tasked with traveling to Gantubek and Vozrosdenia to find out where this material is. Now, at that point, can you make for me spot hidden rolls?
Yes. I'm going to lean into the person next to me and say, I pity the fool who has to who gets stuck on that suicide mission.
Please, Garrett.
So spot hidden first, then luck?
Yep.
I succeeded.
Me too.
Excellent.
I failed.
Aaron's failed. Aaron, you're looking too much at your colleagues, your dangerous tourism colleagues. They're all very excited. They're buzzed out. Okay, the rest of you. Okay, and your luck roll?
Garrett? Weirdly, I failed it. Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought it? I guess the 30. You all, as you lean in to say that to your neighbor, everyone except Aaron notices that there's a small group of delegates behind the speaker, and they're looking pointedly at you, and you four specifically, because you've been seated together. Aaron doesn't see it. You're leaning in to speak to this guy, pity the fool who's on that suicide mission. And he also notices that you're getting looked at. He leans away from Garrett, and it's you might have confused that for.
I'm used to it. I'm used to that.
You know, I look disheveled and slightly crinkled. Oh no, it's not that. There's like these, you know, and then they turn and they start muttering. Oh, you've even got lip reading as a skill. Everybody, a blood lip reading skill. I think you've got, unless you put points in it, you've only got ones. But go on, try it. Right.
Oh, I've got 99 for it. No. Lip reading.
I don't have it on my character sheet at all.
Does it have
Yeah, it's under read lips.
Oh,
What a read lips. Yeah, you put it 1. I love it.
Yeah, everyone's probably against the one. Can I spend some luck? Oh yeah, Garrett. Been 90.
Oh.
I could raise my lip reading skill.
Yeah, totally. Do it. Succeed. That's a great idea.
All right, I'll do that.
It feels a little bit like Rafe. Yeah, spend it. Yeah.
Spend your luck. That's very wise to spend your luck. Can you mark things skills as used or succeeded anyhow?
I'm not sure.
Sure you can.
We'll have to question the Quest Portal peeps every time we play.
Yeah,
that'd be
so
nice.
otherwise-
You can bring
Oh,
up.
wrong button.
if you right click on a skill, you can star it.
There you go. Look, and I can actually mark with yes. Okay, good.
Yes, is the answer.
Tick.
We'll know what this skill was. Probably we're ticking it. Yeah. Yeah. So in the coming, each week we play, we'll probably ask the Quest Portal peeps some questions that we hideously accuse their thing of not being able to do, and they will report back each time that yes we can. But sorry.
What I'm envisaging actually happens, John, is you lean across and you're like, I pity the fool that's on that. You spot the group looking at you, and you get half of the word suicide out before you stop. Because what you read on the lips of one of the delegates is, yes, that's them. They've got the skill set.
They've got the what we need.
They've got the skill set we need. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get up and get myself a strong cup of coffee with my donut, and sort of start to make my way to the back of the room.
Can you, as you get
Sort of casually.
can you give me a spot hidden roll, please?
I want a donut now. You keep mentioning donuts.
Can I recognize any of them?
Give me.
Hard success.
You've got someone who has gotten up with you, and they've come to the donut table with you. They're not talking to you. They're just there.
I'm used to that too. Yep, that's fine.
Geoffrey Bruce is not intimidated by anything on the outside, but on the inside he is a bit. But on the outside he looks completely firm and set for the task and excited.
Okay. Good to know. The talking is continuing. The next expert, there's applause but it's not thunderous applause. So there's like a division in the room. So there are some people who are applauding Ken Alibek, as a savior and someone who opened the West up to what the Soviets were doing. And then there are some sections of the room that are not applauding at all, almost standing and turning away because in fact he developed these things in the first place. So it's kind of like, your redemption arc hasn't done enough. The next speaker is standing up, and he looks much more wizened, and he basically starts to bring up a series of slides about the Aral Sea itself. So he shows you a slide of what the Aral Sea used to look like on the left, and the Aral Sea today.
That's nuts.
That's over a not very long period of time. The Aral Sea has ceased to exist, which is the greatest ecological disaster of any age, and it should be far better known by everybody, and is not.
Wow.
The Aral Sea was an endoperic lake, that is a lake without an outlet, lying between Kazakhstan to its north and Uzbekistan to its south, which began shrinking in the 1960s and had largely dried up by the 2010. It was, in the original language, a word which meant the Sea of Islands. It once had over 1,100 islands that dotted its water. Now it has 4 dots of water amongst a desert. It was formerly the 3rd largest lake in the world, and it began shrinking after the rivers that fed it were diverted to Soviet irrigation projects for the cotton industry. It had declined to 10% of its original size by 2007, splitting into 4 lakes: the North Aral Sea, the eastern and western basins of the once larger South Aral Sea, and the small intermediate Barsakelmes Lake. By 2009, the southeastern lake had also dried up. Here it is in its glory.
Oh, wow.
And it was a lake, and there you can see Vozrozdenia Island, the large island.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And
That's cool.
here it is in 2014, 2020,
Oh,
2021. So the island of Vozrozdenia, and he's got a laser pointer, and I don't have a laser pointer function on. Here's my laser pointer function. Whoa, I played around with that. Oh, is that the pointer? Is that the select? No. Oh,
No, you could use the measure or the draw or something.
must be a ping. Oh, I see that.
Oh, Dex did that. Right. Cool. Vozrozdenia Island. That orange line there, disappeared. That is Vozrozdenia Island. But now, as you can see, you can walk to it from the nearest town, although it is a desert. And what we have been told is and then at that point, there's a tap on his shoulder, and a whisper in his ears by one of the group that had spotted you guys, and he goes, I'm sorry, no, that's all. That's all I have to say. Thank you. So at that point, the meeting begins to break up, and your ghost is next to you at the donut table, Garrett, and they thank everyone for their attendance, that they will be in touch with you. You obviously know where you are all located. Your drivers will take you back to the airport or to your accommodation. Thank you. We will be in touch soon, and we will solve this disaster. And together, I think the minds involved in this room can absolutely solve this issue. I'm sure. So everyone starts to disperse. There's murmuring, there's talking. You note that the pilot hasn't moved in front of you. And if you can all give me spot hiddens, please.
Could I just ask, the people who pointed us out, who we noticed checking us out, is there a check that I could perform, like to determine whether they seem like military people or law enforcement or politicians or...
Just from appearance, they seem to be a mixture of politicians, some scientists, but there are also some sort of nondescript. They're not, they're clearly not in suits, and the hair is a little bit like Garrett. But they're a little bit disheveled. It's a very odd mix, though. You would go. There's a politician in a very sharp suit next to a white-coated doctor, next to someone with wizened features and long, straggly hair. But they do seem to be a unit. They seem to be talking with one another. Performance issue alert. What's that saying? Ooh. Okay. So yes. Can you give me spot hidden? So yeah, you don't know any of them, but they're a very odd bunch.
I got a hard success. Sylvia got an extreme success.
At the end of your row, there are people standing. They are very similar to the other people in the room. One's in a suit. One looks like they're a white-coated doctor. But they are absolutely standing at the ends of your row.
I've got to chat to the people next. So I've got two of the people that were looked at. Is that right? Next to me, still sitting in the seats, and the looking guy went up to get a donut.
Yes. So you basically find that John, you're at the donut stand, and then the other three of you are sitting together. Your row has now emptied, and there is one person standing at each end of the row. The pilot in front of you has not moved either.
I will turn to this good-looking, foreign-looking woman and say, "G'day. Looks like we found ourselves in the same boat."
That's how the SAS talk.
My name's Geoffrey Bruce. Pleased to meet you.
Sylvia Waters. Nice to meet you. You're Australian?
Struth, am I Australian through and through? Yes.
Are you an Aussie?
SAS. It looks like a peculiar bunching between you and me, but I suppose you have some hidden skills which aren't apparent on the surface.
Well, perhaps, but these people seem very interested in us. Well, I've learned that when there's a conversation to happen, it's rarely helpful to put it off. So I'm going to go and talk to them.
Yes. You're with us too, sir. I look at this skinny-looking guy.
Yeah, you're in jeans, aren't you, Aaron?
Yep.
I look him up and down. Looks like a bit of a flaky little, whatever. What's your name then, boy?
Aaron Lincoln.
Pleased to meet
To
you.
meet you.
Yeah. Geoffrey Bruce. We seem to have lost our donut lover over there. Looks like he could use a few less donuts, frankly.
Do I know you from YouTube, Aaron?
That's right. I'm a blogger for
Okay.
dangerous destinations.
Yeah, I've watched some of your videos. I don't know if I
Blogger.
want to be in. I don't know if I'd want to be in your shoes.
A blogger. Oh,
Sounds like
naughty.
some of us might be in my shoes pretty soon.
How far away is Garrett? Is John's?
I'll come sidling back over, and I'll come in holding my powdered donut, and my white powder just blows across you. So Anthrax, nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I just came from Uganda with the Ebola. Yeah. Yeah, nasty stuff. Yes.
And what do you do?
Oh, I'm an epidemiologist.
Uh-huh.
And
Right, that might be helpful.
Oh, Garrett. I wiped my hands off, sticky with sugar, and I'll put it out to you guys.
I don't.
I click his hand, and I, in a very manly way, shake it, slightly harder than necessary.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh,
I'm surprised you didn't say to Sylvia, Geoffrey, what brings you here? Whoa. You didn't?
I said, well, this makes a bit more sense. A man like me with military skills and ability to work out tactics, someone with epidemiological experience, someone who's clearly some sort of spy or something, and God knows how a blogger fits into this. This guy looks like
A lot of experience of getting into interesting places.
computer hacking, maybe?
No, I mean physically interesting places.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, what sort of YouTube channel is it anyway? It's a cooking program or something?
No, I'm a travel blogger, but I travel to dangerous destinations. In
I've
fact, that's the
seen
name
this
of our
guy.
blog. You should look it up.
I've seen this guy.
Whilst you guys are talking, the room has emptied, and you note that you don't note the people that were standing at the end of your row have gone, but the group of four who were at the front desk have walked up, and the helicopter pilot has stood in and joined them. Gentlemen and lady, thank you for coming. Don't worry. We know who you are, Garrett Schmitt, Aaron Lincoln, Geoffrey Bruce, and Sylvia Waters. How very glad we are that you came when you received the letter that you made it here. Obviously, there were others who were invited too, but some of them were a ruse because it is you that we really need the skill set of. I see you've met each other. And you've helped yourself to the donuts. Yes. If you would like to follow us, there is some things that our larger briefing would not discuss.
Do we know what organization this is, and yet? Or
No, you came in too late. You didn't get the intro. You arrived after intros were made. But of course. This is William Ruppian. Introduces the pilot. And I am Bethesda Jones, and my colleagues, Paul Rudd and Jeremy Smith.
so what country are we in?
Yeah.
Are we in America?
London.
London. Okay, cool.
Excuse me for being cynical, but as mercenary as I am, and I presume there's a rich fee involved for our participation, but who the hell are you, and what organization are we becoming involved with here?
Well, we're not really an organization. We're more a ragtag group of experts who understand that more is at risk than the greatest ecological disaster the planet has ever faced.
more than the greatest ecological disaster.
Oh,
If
no.
you would like to follow
I've
us.
heard this same story after every briefing I think I've ever been to.
It's like bloody 12 monkeys. They're all over again. Good pill, that.
Sorry, could I have your names again, please? Sorry, William was the helicopter pilot?
William Ruffian. William Ruffian. Billy Ruffian, they call me. Billy Ruffian. You know, Bellerophon. But no one can say the name Bellerophon, so I'm Billy Ruffian.
All right. And
And-
you,
Bethesda Jones.
right?
Paul Rudd.
That's it.
Not Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd. Not, yes.
No, so you got Paul Rudd with us.
He doesn't look like Paul Rudd. His name's Paul Rudd. He rolls his eyes, you know. Oh,
He's never heard that joke before.
No, he's never heard that joke before.
He used to work with a guy called Mike Wazowski, so, you know. That's a rough one.
Geoffrey doesn't get any of these references at all.
No. And did I say, gosh, you're making me names NPCs twice in a row? I think I said Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith.
I'm sure in the comments, if I got that wrong, you'd be like, but his name was Geoffrey Smith II. Anyway, yes. Yeah, if you want to, you, of course, in our modern Cthulhu game, you can fact check. You can find them out. Yeah, you can Google everybody. But we don't have to have this conversation here. Come, please, follow us.
Wait, who?
So they just didn't tell us who they were? Are they some sort of cult or something?
We are a group of concerned experts worldwide who have banded together, and yes, we do indeed have resources, and yes, as you can tell by your letter of summons, we have royal approval. The king is behind us. He has always been concerned with environmental issues, and so we do indeed have incredibly supportive and wealthy backing. But they
So
do
you're a sponsored organization. You're a sponsored group of independent researchers looking into what will be the next big epidemic or pandemic, right? You've got a case study, you've got some grants, and you're paying us a specialist.
Yes, absolutely. But more is at stake. Could you please follow me?
All right.
Right.
I'll
Geoffrey swears under his breath, but comes anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
These are interesting people. It's more interesting than being at home drinking tea and trying to read a book.
You can either save the planet or doom scroll on your phone.
Actually, that is tempting. And the donuts still available.
I mean, I'm just excited to travel to Vosros. That's all I want to do. I don't care who comes with me. As long as
So it's just Johnny doing the adventure, the rest of us are all at back and
My back's
In a gaming session, we'd be like, no, I turn it down. Okay, so you're going to be on camera for the rest of the adventure, staying at home. Just doing that. I'm reading this book now.
we split the party.
Are there any Cheetos?
Jeffrey, I must admit, you must be you must have a sort of an obligation to say yes, considering this is your king, right?
Well, I'm retired, strictly speaking, and my back hurts and my eyes aren't as good as they are, but I do have sufficient skill to tackle any sort of things required of me.
Is Geoffrey a Republican? This is the question.
I'm Australian, but I am right wing to admit it. I must admit it. Yeah, the concept of all these lefty, loony, bloody. Can I say bloody? Is that acceptable?
Oh, I think an accent, absolutely. If you would-
Environmental. Who is whatever. That rubs you the wrong way, frankly. There are people who need help. Yeah, but whatever. Fine, I'll go along with it.
Okay.
So yes, he is a right winger for sure.
Nice.
But an Australian right winger, which is like 10% left, 10% left of the middle in America.
All right. What about you, Garrett?
So there's a YouTuber coming with us, and they're going to help us with a big thing. Am I getting this right?
I think you can break into places and climb.
Are you? No offense. Whatever you, Alistair, is it?
Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron. But like, if this is a big thing, we've got a YouTuber with us. You know?
How much can he deadlift anyway? It doesn't look like he can lift 10,000.
Is this the kind of thing we're doing now?
YouTube is the scourge of the earth.
We're doing this here. We're doing this here.
We're walking with the.
I mean, Hero, the pay's good. The pay is good. If it's safe, yeah, I'll come along. But
Have we established that?
You have skills
come over this circus.
that are necessary.
Your Rebirth choices clearly is right.
Will I be allowed to record things, take photos, videos?
Absolutely.
This needs to be brought up as a dish from my blog.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Still, for a thing, you hardly ask permission to take it to Disneyland or whatever she said.
The more people that know about what's gone on here, the better.
So that's why I'm here.
Oh, your publicity. Oh, okay. This is a PR thing we're doing. Okay, I'm with you now. I thought this was a research and actual proper thing, but this is a silly PR thing. Gotcha.
Are you done? Come through this door. So you are ushered into a much smaller room with papers and folders, and there's a display up, and it's got the same images that you just seen on the big screen in the lecture hall, but they're large glossy A4 photos of all the things you've seen up there. And they gather around and they basically say, gentlemen, lady, what's happened is the world's anthrax has disappeared. We know and can track some of it. It has been destroyed. To our knowledge, no government is weaponizing disease, smallpox, or anthrax, or anything else at the moment. However, there is a large supply of this terrible bacteria that has gone, and we don't know where. And one unthinkable option is that it has gone somewhere that few dare to tread. And you have been selected not only for your skills in your various fields, but also for your more unusual encounters. And what we are going to do is we are going to fly you all to Uzbekistan. So the good captain here, Captain Ruffian, will fly you to Tashkent or to Ashgabat, depending on things. The problem we have is that Kazakhstan, who own half of the Aral Sea and half of Vozrozdenia Island, refuse to cooperate. Uzbekistan, who owns the south half, they have agreed to cooperate with us and have given us access to Uzbekistan. Of course, Vozrozdenia is actually in an independent section of Kazakhstan. It is not of Uzbekistan. It's actually a separate autonomous state, and it is quite lawless. So your skills are required, and the captain here, and of course your good friend Geoffrey, will provide the muscle to protect you, and the skills that you have, Aaron, will absolutely get you through difficult scrapes. And you, of course, Dr. Schmitt, sorry, you will absolutely come into your own, because you know it when you see it. And as for you, Miss Waters, you also will know it when you see it. Now, we've got two options. One is that we can fly everybody to Tashkent. The problem is that from Tashkent, it's an 18-hour trip back across Uzbekistan to get to Vozrozdenia. Or we can fly you into Turkmenistan, which is south of Uzbekistan, and then we can drive you.
Sorry. You just got through telling us that there's a 3-spoked landing strip on Vorozdenya Island. Why can't you just fly us straight there?
So the weather systems that you heard about in the briefing, they've gotten worse, and the sandstorms that plague the desert are some of the worst localized weather that we've ever seen. It is not safe to fly. Yes, and there are.
Wait for the weather system to pass. I mean, weather system come and go, right?
Yes, yes, of course, yes. And there are, of course, other issues in terms of there are lawless gangs of Kazakhs roaming around the desert for fun, and I believe the word is giggles, shall we say. So we need to be very careful, and yes, we could try and fly. Obviously, we would need some further permissions to do that, but we can absolutely get that. We will probably, if we're going to fly you in the helicopter that we've got assigned to us, we will need to refuel at least once before we get you there. Now,
Well, I understand that there may be certain environmental factors of locals and hostiles and weather systems. So I appreciate that we may not be able to fly directly to the island. But all of this is sort of
we could try. What we need you to do is indeed on the island. So getting you there is part of the priority, and indeed getting you there quickly is also a very important part of this entire scenario, shall we say. Now,
So I zoned out through most of that. The entire supply of anthrax is gone.
Yeah.
And what's the problem?
where has it gone?
The
has
entire
it-
world supply of anthrax is gone. So
Well,
you're telling me that the island, which is seeded with anthrax, like in the very pores of the soil itself, they're gone. There's no anthrax there at all.
in a word, yes. It would seem
Happy days.
we fear, and this is what we are tasking you to find out. You, of course, can all be vaccinated against the various diseases that are present. There is, of course, an anthrax vaccine, and there is a smallpox vaccine, and very.
Bloody.
But we also have hazmat suits and all of the available. What we've assigned for you, as you can see here, is a CH-46 helicopter that is ours to use. That will fly you and all the equipment and specialty equipment that you need to Vorozdenya, and that will be piloted by Captain Ruffian here, who is an excellent. The spores of the anthrax, which exist in the soil all around the world naturally, have been absorbed and sucked down deeper into the soil. That is what we think has happened, but we are not sure. And that should not be possible.
And that's what we want us to go there and find out?
Yes. And so we believe that you are the perfect team to do this, and we will give you every resource that we can for you to discover exactly what has happened at Vorozdenya.
Fine.
So all the anthrax in the entire world, even in other labs, is gone.
Gone down into
Uncomfortable. There are other anthrax supplies around the world for study and science, obviously.
Yeah, I know, I studied it. Yeah.
No,
So you're saying they're all gone?
Those seem to be safe. It seems as if whoever has taken the Anthrax at Vozrozdenia has gone for the mother lode first. We do not know if they are going to try and take, are they going to break into every scientific lab that has anthrax and steal a little bit more? We don't know.
So we're dealing with some kind of sicko weapons dealer, like some of the lowest of the low kind of people. Is that what we're talking about? Some kind of sick weapon dealer, biological weapon dealer kind of person.
It's more complicated than that. I think it's not so much a who as a what.
Oh my god, this could dig stars. I think I need another donut.
This is you.
There's a snap of the fingers, and sure enough, we get another.
Hey, now this is I can get behind. You got me. I'm in.
Yeah, donuts. That's who knew.
This is all sounding very complicated. I mean, I don't really care. If you want me to go with these people, if you're prepared to pay me well enough and give me an armory, I'll support them in whatever so mumbo jumbo they're doing.
Name your price, Sergeant Bruce.
$1 million.
Jeez, is that all? That's pretty good.
Were we not meant to do the mini mirror? Okay, fine.
I'm deadly serious.
Is that Australian dollars?
Oh, bugger. Can I say bugger as well?
Phone. Here we go, because we're in the 21st century.
$620,000 US. Believe it or not, good job.
So cheap. And he starts entering numbers. Your phone in your pocket bingles.
I check my phone because I'm like.
Brewston's got his notifications on. Bloody idiot.
Because I'm like 60, I use my phone.
Put his phone on loud.
I write a number on a piece of paper that was supposed to be the deal that the money that I was supposed to be getting for this deal, and I slide that across to them.
I pull that, open it, and go, of course, that would be what you asked for. And again, they are entering. The money is in your bank account, Bruce.
Jeez, did they say that, like, of course, because they knew what the number was before I...
Yeah.
That makes me feel confident and nervous at the same time. Also, maybe I've got like divorce settlement with my wife or something, and that's how much I asked for, or something like my ex-wife fleeced me for the house was sold or something, or the house was on the market. It's being sold out from underneath me. Yeah, and it was like in that case in Sydney that it was like 2.2 million or something. Yeah. That's what I said. Just as a joke. I was being flippant. Okay, retcon. Yeah, that's what I said. I said the price of the house that the ex-wife is selling out from underneath me as a part of the divorce settlement, and they just now transfer that money into my account. Now I can buy my house. Just stay there.
Well, let's face it, a one-bedroom apartment in Sydney. Aaron. What? Meanwhile, in the background, someone's basically getting crazy on their phone. Not related to the guy who's transferring money to the bank accounts. What do you need, Mr. Lin?
Is someone using a zipper? Because that's hilarious audio.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I'm like, what is going on there?
So yeah, I absolutely picked up your son's phone.
Email notification comes through to you, Garrett.
Pull my this.
What about you?
I wonder what Aaron would want.
I want 20 Bitcoin. I wanted
the email that's come through to you, Garrett, is a voucher for a lifetime supply of sugar donuts from the supplier I've just had.
So not much money. Okay, cool. A usual amount.
Aaron would want a trip to the ISS or a...
Yeah. Just like a route to the World Dangerous Locations trip.
Yeah, I like the ISS. That's
43 million YouTube subscribers guaranteed.
I mean, you guys know, like, when somebody offers you this kind of money, it's a one-way trip, right? But, it's cool. Let's do it.
Not if I have anything to bloody do with it.
Yeah,
There is a.
yeah. They don't put SAS on suicide missions, do they? No.
I've made a habit in the past of coming home, mate.
All right. Are we ready, gentlemen? Lady?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then to the roof.
Actually, I just need to use the toilet, so.
Too many donuts. Kid needs to work.
I don't want a coffee. I want a coffee.
You've eaten so much gluten and sugar, I think you're blogged up for a month. Blogged up. I mean, backed up, but yes, okay. But you relieve yourself. There's someone waiting outside the door.
So we go to the roof.
Not a roof run. This is such a suicide mission. Everything smacks of it.
Is that?
Yeah.
And so
There's an armory after I did ask for an armory just to get the weapons.
there's
and
everything
everything.
you could ever want inside. So all the reasons is this helicopter, and this is designed for 50 passengers. So the four of you, it's lined with everything you could want in terms of the latest camera, in terms of a mobile, lab for testing diseases and samples.
Mobile PPE unit and all the environmental gear, the chemical.
All the environmental gear, hazmat suits and everything like that.
No, suppose.
With lawnmowers.
Everything-
Explosives.
like they knew you were coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the helicopter. Oh, we've got helicopter sounds, haven't we?
It's coming right now.
Let's give me the helicopter sound. Please.
So,
It's a very quiet helicopter, but that's probably a good sign. It means it's soundproof.
Stealth mode.
Stealth helicopter.
It's like mode. It's like what was the name of that? Blue Thunder.
Airwolf.
Airwolf. Oh, one of the last great moments of the career of. Come on, brain. Won the Oscar in 1955 for Marty. Remember his name. Can see his face. Ernest Borgnine.
No. Yeah.
The helicopter takes off. There is, music playing as you take off epically into the sky on the suicide. I mean, this mission that you'll definitely return from. And you're pulling up over the London skyline, and you're beginning to take off towards the south, which is exactly how you would expect to go. And give me spot hidden checks, please.
Oh.
there's some helicopter sounds.
Yes, just.
Everyone else make it? Oh, strange success, Sylvia.
No.
Full success. So Garrett, you're sitting close to the front, where the pilot Billy Rupian is sitting. He's got his cams on, but one ear is off, and you can hear the transmission that's coming through to him. The rest of you, you failed, Aaron?
No, I rolled the wrong character.
Browsing other people's character sheets.
That's worse than rolling a D8. That is.
I succeeded and Aaron succeeded, and then I accidentally rolled again as the wrong person to do that shit.
So you all notice that the pilot suddenly sits more upright in the pilot seat. He suddenly stiffens and is like, "Say again," and you all notice that he's clearly getting in some information that he did not expect. You, Garrett, hear the transmission, not only what is being said to him, but what he's saying. Like, you've got to go north. You've got to go north. You've got to go to Gurnard. You don't go to Gurnard now. It's the same thing. You need to head there. You need to head there now. He suddenly starts turning this helicopter in a big bank. I mean, it's this helicopter. You don't actually need a big bank. Just turn. It feels more majestically filmic if you've got a big turning bank. So, and you're all like thrown in your seat sideways. And suddenly, from heading south towards the coast, you are in fact doing a 180 degree, and you are now flying at top speed to the north towards Burinad Island. And that is where we will leave episode, everybody.
Very cool.
This is great.
I go like this, I go like this.
All right, we just got through 100 pages of notes, everybody.
100
That was
pages?
fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Okay.
That's insane, Murray. It's almost like you're a historian or something.
I've got color-coded highlighting, different things to say at different times to you.
Wow.
Yeah, really great. Great stuff.
Thanks.
Should we just do a short? Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, Murray.
So join us again for episode 2 of Voz Rozdanya.
I'm very much looking forward to it. That's really cool. Thanks, everyone.
Love you, Sue.
So yeah.
Bye.